Hey everyone, thank you for watching. In today's video, I'm going to be trying out some new makeup. So for today's video, I'm going to be trying out this new eyeshadow palette that I recently hauled. This is the Huda Beauty Emerald Obsessions palette. I also have a new item here from Pure. This is the Love Your Selfie 3 kit. So it's an eye and face kit. So I'm going to be using a couple of shades, a couple of the face shades here out of this palette. I also do have some of the new blush bomb palettes. These are from Karity. They just came out with these new blush palettes. Let me see. I also have from Milk Makeup, I have their long wear gel eyeliner. This is the package that it came in. So we have a new eyeliner to try out. And lastly, from MAC Cosmetics, they just came out with their new Powder Kiss lipsticks. So I have a few here that I'll be swatching and also applying to my lips to see what I think of those. So we have quite a few items to try out today, so why don't we go ahead and get started. All right, so I do have some makeup done. I have like foundation, concealer, powder, and my brows done. I do want to start with the eyes though, just because like I'm just way curious about this palette. So I recently posted a Sephora haul, so I'll go ahead and have that one linked down below, but I did get the Emerald Obsessions palette from Huda Beauty. This is now my 5th Obsessions palette. I really like these palettes. I really like the formula in there. These are $27 and I think that they are great palettes. I've been really into green looks lately. You've probably seen me wearing a lot of green in my videos, so I thought that this one would be a great addition to my collection. So I did go ahead and swatch out the palette here. So this is what the swatches look like. I haven't decided yet what kind of eye look I want to do, so I thought I would swatch everything and try to get some inspo. So we have mattes, we have shimmers, and this one here, like the very first shade in the palette, it's very intense. It's a little bit more on like the chunky, glittery side, but more like metallic also. So there are some swatches. I'm gonna grab some brushes and we're gonna get to work on the eyes. I think I'm gonna go for a spotlight eye because this green and then also this green right here, I feel like these ones are kind of calling to me. So I'm gonna go ahead and start. So I'm gonna grab out the Sigma E45 and pick up this middle shade in the last row. I haven't sprayed my brush or anything yet, so we'll just go ahead and start tapping down here and see what I think. This looked like a pretty deep green, but not as deep as this one. That one was like really, really dark, and I didn't kind of want to go that dark for this eye look. So I'm just gonna pack this on the outer part of the eye. And I like that this one had a bit of like that shimmer satin look also. So I'm gonna pack that on the outer part of my eye, kind of blend it into the crease. I am getting a lot of fallout right away, which kind of scares me since I already did my, I think I'm actually just gonna spray my brush just in case, since I already have my foundation and concealer and powder already on. So I'm just gonna spray my brush with a little bit of Fix Plus. And then I don't think it needed it color-wise, like the pigment was showing up right away, but I'm mostly doing it to try to help with the fallout. And then I'm gonna pick up a little bit more, and I'm also gonna put that right on the inner part of my eye. And I kind of went too far. I don't try to come in that far on the inner part of my eye, but that's okay. We'll just roll with it. And usually when I do spotlight eyes, I'm just kind of like sloppy anyways, but I pretty much like connect all of them, but then I'll take a center shade and pop it right there in the middle of the lid. So I'm not really super concerned about leaving a space in the middle of my lid. I know some people will take like concealer and carve out a little area. I usually don't even get that deep, and I typically like how my spotlight eyes turn out. So I'm just gonna make sure everything looks blended before I come in with that center shade color. But I like spotlight eyes because I feel like they're fairly easy usually, and also pretty quick. I'm just gonna take the brush that I used for my powder and kind of dust that excess away. I'm just gonna do the same thing on the other eye. Hopefully have a little bit less fallout over here. I do really like that shade. That's a really beautiful green, and kind of it has like that little bit of like a gold shift in it too. So I think it's really pretty. And like I said, I didn't need the Fix Plus for like pigmentation. It's showing up right away and really nice. But just especially with it being so dark, I just didn't want that much fallout on my face. I feel like that eye with having my brush spray turned out a lot better than this one too. So Just something to note if you grab this palette. Sometimes using that damp brush can help. Grabbing the Sigma E58, and I'm going to pick up this shade right here. And I did go ahead and spray my brush just because I don't want to get any more eyeshadow onto my face. And that looks really beautiful. I'm going to go ahead. Ooh, that is super pretty. I'm going to go ahead and just pop this right on the center of the lid. Again, like I said, if you wanted to, you could totally add concealer because I know a lot of people do their cut crease or their like spotlight eyes that way. Sometimes I do, but honestly, a lot of times that's just like an extra step that I don't totally feel like I need. But I'm just going to kind of be patting that shadow right on the center. I really like the way that that looks because it's not like it changed up the eye look too much. It just kind of gave it a little bit extra dimension, if you will. And I think that that looks really pretty. Okay, and then I'm just taking my first brush here, kind of that's real small detailed blending brush. I'm just going to make sure everything looks nice and blended on the eyelid. It's interesting because I feel like when I open my eyes, you can't tell that center shade as much, but like when I close them or like move, I feel like it really added a really pretty pop to the eye look. Go ahead and add some eyeliner next. Like I said, I got this package here from Milk Makeup for their new long wear gel eyeliner, and I love finding good eyeliners. Eyeliners are like a staple for me. So it says this will be available September 18th at Milk Makeup and Sephora and October 5th in Sephora stores. They are $22. Looks like they have 6 different shades. It says it stays. It's a highly pigmented waterproof formula. They have both metallic and matte. It glides. There's hydrating avocado oil and hyaluronic acid. Okay, and it says it does what you want. You've got options. Liner comes with a shaper and a smudger to allow for precise application or a smoky effect. Okay, so I did a few swatches right here. So the first one is their brown, which is CEO, and then the next one is bonus, which has that more sparkle to it, and then the last one is PTO, which is holographic. So that looks very cool. They really did feel very creamy. They glided on really easily, and they all show up really well. So I have some high hopes for these. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and use a CEO, which was the first swatch of the brown. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add this to my waterline. So this is what the gel pencil side looks like, and then the other side, like I said, it does have this smudger here. So go ahead and put this in my waterline. I have to say that applied really smoothly. I didn't have to like tug or pull or anything, and it just popped up right in the waterline. So that looks pretty good. So I'll be excited to test these. Like I said, eyeliner is something that like I don't skip ever when I wear it. I love them, so I'm excited to try these out. As always, when I'm doing first impressions, I'll come back in a couple weeks to give my follow-up on everything, but I'm gonna go ahead and finish off the lower lash line. So for the lower lash line, I kind of want to see how this matte green performs. So I'm just gonna pick up a small pencil brush here and push that against the lower lash line. That looks pretty. And I do want to add just a little bit of shimmer to the lower lash line too. So I'm going to take this very middle shade, and I kind of want to just pop that like in the middle part of the lower lash line just for a little bit of sparkle. I'm really just trying to try out as many shades as I can at one time on my eyes. I think that that looks really pretty too. So far so good. Not having a lot of issues here. And then for my inner corner, I really wanted to try this gold because I thought it looked really pretty. Let me show you this one right here. So I'm just picking up a really small brush. This is actually a lip brush, the Sigma L313. And I'm just going to pick up a little bit of this last shade here. And I'm going to pop that right into, that's really pretty. Put that right into my inner corner. Whoa. That would look really beautiful all over the lid also. Okay, so that's going to finish it off with the eye look, mostly using the Huda Beauty Emerald Obsessions palette. I'm going to go ahead and add some mascara. I don't have a new one, so I'm just going to add some mascara, and that will finish off the eyes. I'm going to jump over to the face, and I'm first going to start off using the Pure Love Your Selfie 3 kit. So I remember their last Love Your Selfie, it was a much larger kit, same kind of like packaging. It had pullouts on each side, and it had other face products too. I kind of like this one that it has eye and face shades, but it's smaller and in not such bulky packaging. I kind of like that. And it also does come with a deluxe size of fully charged mascara, which I really do like that mascara. The set is $36 for the palette and the mini mascara, and it should be available now. So again, I'm just gonna be using a few of the face shades out of here, but here is a close up, if you can see, of the palette. I'll definitely try out these eye shades. These eye shades are really speaking to me. Some of these like light mauves. These glitters, there was glitters in the other one and they were so nice. So nice. I really enjoyed it all around, so I'm just excited to see a little bit of a smaller palette. So I'm gonna go ahead and dip into that bronzer shade, and then I have a Moda brush. I think I picked up too much. I'm just gonna go ahead and start to tap it. I knew I picked up a lot of products, so I'm just gonna do my best here to blend it out. I'm still trying out the new Too Faced like Do You foundation. I can't tell if I really like it or not. I did powder with it today, and I feel like I like it a little bit more when I go ahead and powder it, but I don't know, still testing that one out. But so far so good with the bronzer. Like I said, I picked up a lot on my brush. I was like, oh no, but I think that's blending out pretty easily. I use a little bit on my forehead as well to bronze that up. Again, I'm just gonna grab my powder brush. This is just one from Stilazzi. It's the L313, and I just kind of like to use that to kind of make sure everything is blended. So for blushes, I do want to try one of the Karity blush bombs. These have blushes and highlights. I'm going to use the Pure highlight just because I remember I really liked it last time. But I thought, even though the Pure set has blushes, I thought I could try out one of these. So these are $14. They're available now on the Karity website. So this is what they look like. They do have a mirror. I like the packaging on these. And then each one has 2 blush shades and then also a highlight shade. So that one was the Pow Pink. This one here is Burgundy Blast, which is really beautiful. I'm gonna hold that one aside because that looks really pretty. This next one here is Coral Kaboom. So that has some orange in there. And then the last one here is the Boom Berry. So here is what that palette looks like. So I think I am gonna go ahead and use the Burgundy Blast because this middle shade here I think looks really pretty. So I'm just going to grab my Sigma F40. I'm going to try to go kind of light here and pop that onto the cheeks. This one has a little bit of a sheen to it, so it's not a completely matte blush, but it's not like super shiny. But it's not like super shimmery or glittery or anything. That's really pigmented. I made sure to go really light because I just had this feeling that it was fairly pigmented, so that looks pretty good. I'm once again just gonna grab my Stilazzi brush because I'm apparently going really hard on my face products today, and just make sure everything is blended out once again. For a highlight, I'm gonna grab the one from the Pure palette. This is called Iconic, and my Sigma F03. We'll go ahead and see what I think of the highlight. So far, so good. The highlight in the last Love Your Selfie was freaking amazing. I loved it so much. This one doesn't look to be quite as wabam blinding as the other one, but maybe that's what you would prefer. So I think that would be a good option in this one. But it still looks really beautiful, and I just built it up a couple times and I think it looks pretty nice. Okay, so I have the face finished, and I'm just going to end it now with some lipsticks. So I got these the Powder Kiss lipsticks from MAC. So it says, matte, totally reinvented, delivering a romantic blur of soft focus color. This weightless moisture matte lipstick was developed to replicate a backstage technique, blending out edges of matte lipstick for a hazy effect. So it says its groundbreaking formula contains moisture-coated powder pigments that condition and hydrate lips for Cloud 9 comfort. The result is a shine-free finish with the cushiony, lightweight feel of a balm and a kiss of color so soft it'll make your vision blur. It says it'll be available October 11th. Okay. And I don't know how much these are. They don't say how much they are on here. I'll try to put that on the screen if I can find that out. That's kind of weird that they wouldn't say it on here. Though we all know last time I got a press kit from MAC, that was at the wrong price. So there's that. Okay, so here are some of the swatches from the ones I grabbed out. So the first one here is Impulsive. So that's more of like a nude brown. The next one is My Tweety, which is just kind of like a paler nude. And then the last one is called Mull It Over. That one has a little bit of pink to it. So I could definitely tell they felt very creamy swatching them, but I can understand what they're saying, that it's a little bit more sheer in color, a little bit creamy. I'm curious to get these on the lips. I'm trying to decide which one will go best with my green eye look here. I tried the first shade in Impulsive since it has a little bit more brown to it. I like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply that to the lips. It feels kind of right off the bat and kind of reminds me a little bit just on application of the Pat McGrath Matte Trance lipsticks. Almost like a little bit of a powdery feel to them. They're very easy to apply, very like creamy, and I don't have any issues with the application. It's interesting because I want to say that I feel like it looks more sheer, like it looks like there's not as much pigment. But like kind of at the same time, I feel like there is. I don't know, these are really interesting. I'm definitely gonna have to try out a lot of shades with these and see what I think about them. They feel really nice on the lips though. I'm sure that these are not gonna like dry matte or anything like that. They're just more of that regular lipstick, so you probably have to touch them up more, but they just feel really good on the lips and really different also. So I'm excited to give these a shot. You'll have to let me know if you've been interested in these MAC lipsticks, but I'll definitely be trying out some shades so I can give a pretty good review once I come back in a couple weeks. But after that, that is going to finish it off for today's video. Okay, so I hope that you enjoyed another trying new makeup video. You'll have to let me know what you thought of the look that I created down below and all the different products I've been using. What have you picked up to try for yourself? What are you wanting to try? I'd love to know any of your thoughts that you had on some of the products that I tried out. So to run through everything, so far so good on the Emerald palette. I would just say be a little bit careful with some of the fallout. That was really my only issue that I had with it. Everything else came together really nicely, and I'm excited to keep trying this one. So I enjoyed that. The eyeliners from Milk Makeup have me really excited. Like I said, I love eyeliners, and I feel like right off the bat, I feel like these are going to be really good. When I was removing the swatches on my hand with it, I had to like scrub at the eyeliner swatches because they were not coming off. So I feel pretty good about their long-lasting power, but we will see. The Pure Love Your Selfie 3 kit, I have a feeling I'm really gonna like this one, and I really like the more condensed packaging on this. I think it's a little bit more realistic, like it's more palette-like than the other one with like the drawers and the slide out and all of that. So I'm pretty happy about this. The blush bombs from Karity, of course I'll have to try these more since I only tried one blush in one palette, but so far I just noticed that they were pretty darn pigmented. And then the MAC lipsticks has me excited to try them more. I just feel like it's more of a unique formula, one that I haven't tried out of that yet. So I'm just curious to see how they last, what the other shades will look like on me. So I'm excited to be trying those out. But other than that, that is going to do it, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. I hope that you'll also consider subscribing before you go, and I'll catch you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.